guys, you're welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ezinnetalksezinnetalks, and today I am very excited. I have someone who is very relatable. Like, she's actually someone who I can relate to on so many levels. One, she's someone with a stammer. Two, she's a Nigerian. Three, she's a young girl as I am, and she's even someone who I've never met before actually. And she's your stammer buddy, but her real name is Vanessa Mesoma Anako. So I'll be having her today on my channel so that we'll be able to say things that we have experienced as people with a stammer growing up in Nigeria, and how the society has treated us um as a whole. So guys, I'll actually leave the link to her Instagram, and also follow her on Instagram at your stammer body, and I'll leave her link in the box below. So guys, today we are here to be very honest. Like, this is us being honest in our own way. So my friend will introduce herself, and we will take turns in answering this question. So yeah, stay tuned.
Hello everyone, I'm Anako Vanessa Mesoma. I'm from Nigeria, Anambra State to be precise, and I'm a medical student, I'm a creative writer, and I'm a stammer awareness advocate, amongst other things. And I'm here with Ezinnetalks, and I'm super excited for this episode because I get to answer some juicy questions about stammering, about my experience with stammering basically, and other stammering questions. Stammering in Nigeria is quite different from what you see outside, because here people don't really know much about the stammering topic. People are ignorant about stammering, and this has brought a lot of misunderstanding on my own end, on my own side, because people like when you stammer, they're like, oh, this one is dumb. She's not, like, she doesn't know what she's saying, or they just presume that you're lying. So being a person who stammers in Nigeria has actually opened me up to being misunderstood quite a few times. It has opened me up to trying to prove myself many times, because when people get to hear me speak, and they're not that they say it, but I can sense it, I can see it in them, that they're basically ranking me in their head. So I basically have to prove myself, not like try to fight, but I just try to show them that, hey, it's just how I speak, it's not really deep, and it doesn't define me. So being a stammerer in Nigeria, I would say it is stressful in quotes.
So stammering in Nigeria has opened me up to knowing that, one, I'll have to be strong in every aspect. I have to be strong emotionally, socially, and all that. Also, stammering in Nigeria has opened me to a lot of nonsense, like individuals who actually think that they can talk to you anyhow because you stammer, or they can treat you anyhow because you stammer. Also, stammering in Nigeria has opened me up to knowing that I have to be at the forefront of creating this awareness. So it has opened me up to a lot of things.
I love this question. Well, stammering in my family is quite normal because I'm not the only one who does. So it's what everyone has um come to. It's what everyone has grown to be comfortable with. I mean, I've been stammering since I was small. So right now it's like normal. Okay, they know that, okay, that yes, that this is how I talk. So when I talk, it's not normal. I don't get laughed at or corrected. Only when they're trying to pull my legs, obviously. But like basically how I feel, I don't feel anyhow stammering in front of my family, my nuclear family, but extended. Obviously, that one is different because I didn't grow up with them in a close, like, we are not so close. Not we are not so close, but I obviously didn't grow up with them, so they did not like grow to understand that this is how I talk. But my close family, my nuclear family, they know this about me. So my stammering experience at the family level is normal, great, and comfortable. If I do say so myself. Yeah.
Wow. See, I actually relate to what my friend is saying. Like, I relate to a lot of things she's saying. Actually, in my house, every one of us actually do stammer in my house. Like every one of my siblings, all of us, like we actually six siblings in my house, and every one of us do stammer. And my Adani has already said so now. Like she was very vocal about it. Then my immediate other sister too, who has also been on this channel, has been very open about it. So, like you already know that 3 out of 6 are stammering. So the three others are my older brothers who have not had the chance to to feature on my channel. One day they'll be here. So I actually grew up in a family where all of us were actually stammering, but I am the worst. Like mine is the heaviest gets. So yeah, so um it's made me feel comfortable in my house because of course it's not only me, we are all breaking, like we are all stammering. So like it wasn't I didn't think much of it, in my house, but it wasn't same when I stepped out of my extended family. Actually, I actually faced a lot of bullies from my extended family. In short, from my mother's people. So it is actually why when I see people say the relative from the mother's side are very homely and all that, I can't relate. Like I can't relate, but anyways, it's all good. But yeah, so stammering at family level, in my family, it was very comfortable. In my nuclear family, but when I stepped out, it was something else, like entirely. So yeah.
I've said this quite a few times. Being a creative writer started as a way of communication, or started as a way of me communicating when I was small. I mean, I didn't know how to really communicate verbally to my friends, especially when we have any argument or things like that. So I'll basically write you a letter, tell you everything that I want to tell you. I wrote a lot of letters growing up, and I don't mean this in school letters, like personal letters to my friends. And I kept on doing it, that writing became a habit, and it grew to become a hobby too. That I started creating stories, even writing stories, giving it to my friends, making those small books, writing. So I would say that writing is the life skill that my stammer has maybe developed, because I didn't really see it as okay. People just see it now and say, okay, wow, you're so gifted. This is a gift from God. You write stories so well. But I know how it started for me. It started as basically a communication skill, because I couldn't really talk the way I wanted to be listened to. So writing just made me the way I wanted to express myself. So writing made me express myself without being um interrupted or getting my sentence completed for me. So writing basically, and now this is where we are now. Still writing, still at the game, all thanks to my stammering.
See, let me say this and say it very clearly. My friend writes well. Like this girl is a badass at writing. Like I've read her stories. I see how she composes her, when I say banner, all those graphic works, and she writes beautifully. And this is something I actually relate to, but it is just that I didn't stay at a place. Like I had to switch skills, or or had to had to make do of two skills, not one. While growing up, yeah, I didn't talk often, like to people who I should talk to, or like when I should voice out my opinion. Like I couldn't voice out my opinion because of how I speak. So it's made me put a lot of things into writing, truly. But from 2019, I was forced into doing a talk show, and from then I love to speak. So I actually my stammering exposed me into building two skills actually, my writing skill and my speaking skill. But for me, I don't know if I should say I am big on speaking skill, because I love to really be on the camera. But that aside, like, I love to write things the way they are. Like, I love to pick out the tiniest details and, write it out. And this is because most of the time people might not have that patience to want to hear me out. But when I write, I tend to notice that people do calm down to read my writings, and they always give me compliments on that. Someone asked me to go and write a fiction. I was like, I people serious, because but another thing again, I love my speaking skills so much, and I found out that people also give me a lot of compliments, and I feel so much satisfied whenever I do public speaking. So yeah, those two skills.
I have a lot that I want them to know, but maybe we'll leave that in another episode. Okay, you said one thing. It is very important to know that it is not your fault. In as much as stammering can be genetic, I mean, you get stammering if you're a child stammers. Most scenarios, stammering is genetic. I mean, a mother who stammers is tend to give birth to a child who stammers, or children who stammer. But I need to know this, that it is not your fault, because most times when a child grows and the child starts stammering and the parents notice, guilt is what grips them. They are scared that, oh, what have I done? What did I do right? Especially the moms. I mean, I'm talking from experience, so I know what I'm saying. I need to know that it's not your fault. That stammering is genetic, and you cannot really control what is genetic. You cannot tell your body system what to give to your child and what not. So if your child grows up and starts stammering, I need you to know with all sincerity that it is absolutely not your fault. It is not time to start feeling guilty and start being scared and start shaming yourself. No. What you have to do is you have to take the right action, seek help if it's still early, but just seek help for that child. There is therapy, you can have counseling sessions, but just remember one thing: it is not your fault. Life happened, and life happened to your child.
They should know that their children are not abnormal. Like, I feel that this is the end point. You should know that your kids and are not abnormal. Like, they are normal. Like, they don't have any how would I any learning impediments, or any um what's it called, this kind of they are not handicapped, like, they are normal. Do you know that actually I did a course in school, like in uni. It was what's it called, special education. And I got to understand that stammering is not even an impairment. Like, it is not an impairment, it is not a handicap, and it is not a disability. Like, it is not. Like, what it is actually called is a speech impediment, like a speech impediment. So know and know it for yourself that your kids are very normal. Like, they don't have any issues wrong with them. How they speak is another way of speaking. They are very much okay. Their brains are in good condition. They can actually think very well, and even maybe, you know but yeah, they're okay.
So the next question. Oh, the last question. Wow. We're almost done. Okay. Officer Woz creates content on stammering in a bid to create comedy. How do I find that? Um, I've not really watched a lot of his comedies. I mean, I've seen some when he did with Brother Shaggy. Yes, I think I've seen him in one or two episodes, and I really didn't find them funny watching those videos. And this is not even the first time that I'm seeing somebody using stammering as a bid to create comedy. I see it most times in Nollywood movies, in Nollywood epic movies. I see it all the time, even skits too, Instagram skits too. And one thing is, as they're creating this content, they don't know that a part of the world, because stammering make up 1%. I think 1% of the US. I think I can't really. I'm not good with the statistics yet. But when you're creating this type of comedy, you want everyone to enjoy it, right? Without knowing that some people can get sensitive to what you're acting, to what you're putting out to that content. So, aside me not finding his content funny, I actually think that it's not fair to use that, because there's sometimes that I just watch his content, the Instagram comedy, and some other um, Nollywood movies, and I just sometimes I feel bad, but sometimes I just laugh at it and just let it go. But how about those people that are more sensitive to it? So I feel like there are better ways that people can get more creative to make people laugh and not shame people, like like on the same. I feel like you just have to strike a balance. You can make people laugh without hurting people, because I know I'm not just speaking for myself, I'm speaking for other people, because I've actually talked to my younger brother who stammers about this, and I really don't find it funny. I've never laughed when I watched a movie, or I've never. I just either just laugh at, like just laugh at it, just to mirror, just to bottle up my my just to bottle up how I really feel, or I just feel bad just for a short period of time. So I find this kind of content very insensitive.
So the beef we have right now is with Officer Wos. Officer Wos, I would say, is a very funny person. To be sincere, his comedies are funny, but when your comedy is centered at making of taking lightly a real life issue, then you are becoming very very exploitative. That is the word. When you're using stammering solely as a joke, because like at first used to think that maybe this guy does stammer, but it was later on I found out that
Guys, my name is MC Lively. My name is Woz. That's kids they do, they crazy. My name is Officer Woz. You know, if person, if you want to give us real job for that place, I want to stammer.
see, like just imagine, like as in the stammering is just for jokes only, like it is your end point of of trying to stammer. Like I actually wish that aside you fishing this out as a joke, that you do actually how would I say it, that you do actually try to create awareness that this condition is actually a real life issue. Look, Officer Wos, I actually wish that. Look, see, no, it's not wish. Like, I actually know that someday, somehow, you actually come across this video, right? Look, this thing you're actually doing, and it's creating fun and money for you and fame. We actually have people who who are almost, who are almost not in existence anymore, just because of how they speak. They actually feel that they are useless, like not humans as the other, just because of how they speak. And you are out here using it for the purpose of comedy only, like just to cause laughter and make people laugh and get your money and your fame. Like it's okay if you want to um create comedy, with stammering, but it should have other things to come up with it. Like like people should actually know that this issue is a real life issue, that even if it has been taken lightly as a joke, that there are actually people that this condition affects, like it is a real life issue. But for you, it is just fame, money, and jokes only. And of course, we are here to tell you, Officer Woos, that no, that it is not good. Like it's uncalled for. You would either have to have to you know have to change your approach towards things, like how you actually see stammering. It is not a joke in its inside. Like in short, no part of stammering is a joke. Actually, like it is a real life issue, and it should be treated as one, as a real life issue. I hope you understand it, officers.
I guess that's all. Thank you for having me, Isn't It Talks, on this amazing episode, and I look forward to other episodes with you.
And let me tell you guys, this one is just part one of our experience. Part two will be coming out soon. Just stay tuned, share, subscribe, like this video, share to your friends, tell them it's the part one, because we are coming out with so much more. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. It's your girl Isn't It Talks, and I'm honored to have my friend here, Vanessa Mesoma Anako, right? Yeah. So thank you so much, girl. Thank you for coming on my channel. I'm so grateful. So guys, thank you to part two. Yeah. Bye.